All right, we'll see if this works. We'll see if it works. All right, we'll see if this works. All right, we good to go. Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing first, I want to give our honor and praise unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Dash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, by Shem Dash. We give double honors to the apostle elders, which are the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's fighting, that's pushing for the goal of salvation. We're almost there. Everything is look like it's working. So the elders, the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet. All right, we're good to go. So let's jump into the lesson. As you see the lesson, the title of the lesson, it says, "We shall be in tune with the animals." Okay. We shall be in tune with the animals. Why is this where did this lesson come from? Well, I was watching videos on YouTube. I'm getting ready to show the video, but these are another part of our blessing. Okay. That's why, Lord willing, I'm gonna try to make another lesson that, you know, hey, shalom to you, Akim, on the comment board. Yabashim Shah brought the thumb. But I'm gonna make another lesson has to deal with you know, watching the earth. You know, you got to understand, we're not going to stay in these ghettos. We're not going to stay in these confined spaces when we get delivered, man. All right. Our blessing includes a vast amount of things. And another thing, a part of our blessing that we have to start thinking about is that we're going to be in tune with the animals. OK, why is that, you know, coming up? Because this is around the corner. This ain't too far off, man. All right, this ain't like we just jumped into the slavery of Esau, no, or we just jumped into coming into slavery under Esau. No, we're at the end of our plight. We're at the end of our saga dealing with slavery. So what's coming up next? Okay, it's blessings, man, beautiful blessings. All right, and having ourselves in tune with the animals, because the animals come from earth too. You know, they come from the earth. So we're in tune with the earth because it says the earth was created for our sakes. So the animals were created for our sakes. That's what you got to understand, because even in the heavens, the Heavenly Father has creatures that dwell in the midst of him, you know. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna show the video that's gonna sew it all together for you. You know, it's gonna put it all in visuals. It's gonna give you a visual of how the animals interact with man. Okay. Animals are being the way animals are now, or not, is not how they're going to be to us in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this video. I'm gonna share my full screen so you Akim can see a lot of the picture, but I'm gonna play this right here. Okay, so this story is dealing with an Edomite. Okay, he looks like an Edomite. I'm just saying that for face value, but skin deep or spiritual, we don't know who he is, but on his outward appearance, he looks like an Edomite. All right, but his inward, we don't know who he is. But he has he raised a gorilla Okay, I'm gonna give you the backstory of this. But he raised a gorilla, and then the gorilla was let go into the wild. Okay, so the gorilla was out there in the wild for a number of years and hasn't seen this guy. Okay, so this is where the video will pick up. So I want you to pay attention. Hopefully they won't strike me. It's got 17 million, but let me get to the point. No, that was a good. So he's calling for the ape here. He's calling for the ape. Maybe if I mute it, you can read the subtitles, but I'm gonna go ahead and mute it. I'll read it to you as it goes on. So he's on the river right now and he's searching for the ape. So look what happens. It says suddenly out of nowhere a dark figure appears. It's the ape, and I think it's Kawabi. All right, so Kawabi appears, right? The gorilla hadn't seen him for 5 years. To show you these animals, they have a form of intelligence, because this gorilla hasn't seen this Edomite guy, this Edomite looking guy for 5 years. But watch what happens. But when he heard Damon's voice, he came to the river. So he recognized his voice. And I'm going to go into the precepts to back up all of this. But he came to the river because he heard his voice. Okay. Let me put some more incense on here. It says Damon jumped ashore, and not knowing what Kawabi, Damon approached and sat next to him. Okay. He was still unaware of Kawabi would be hostile. All right. The two old friends started communicating in their own way. And almost immediately, Kawaii looked into Damon's eyes with such love and intensity. So this is what you see. This is our blessing. This is on a low level of what you can see is meant to be. Okay, just like now, you have, the Lord said, I'm going to show you a new thing. I should make a woman compass a man. So the society you see today with women going over men, that was made. The Lord did that to show what it feels, or how it feels to go off on that, how things look out of whack. Okay, but we're supposed to be in tune with these animals. Okay, so take this as just a glimpse into the future of what's coming to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're going to be in tune with all the animals on the planet Earth. Try to fathom that. Not just having the earth in our possession, the heathens, Esau and slavery. We're going to have control, and not just control, the animals are going to love us. And I'm going to show that. And then it says, Kawabi looked into Damon's eyes with such love and intensity, okay, that Damon knew then he was okay. But let's go back. They embraced each other. I'm gonna show you the part of this story that got me. Look what the monkey did to show you they have somewhat of characteristics. He did something extraordinary. Watch what happens. He introduced Damon to his wives. He brought his wives out and said, look at my family. He brought his wives. So the wives were cool with Damon through the male leadership. He kept hugging Damon and refused to let him go. This is a ape, man. This is one example of what is going to be possible, man. So the ape is literally hugging this man and ain't letting him go. I'm gonna show you the part of the story that got me. The ape followed him all the way down the river, never letting the boat out of his sight, all the way back to their camp. So the ape followed him all the way back to the camp. On the other side of the river, he stopped with his family. This ape followed this guy and literally watched him all the way back to where he was sleeping at. It says directly opposite where Damon slept. The monkey stayed there the whole night and waited for this guy. Okay, that's one example. So let me pull this real quick. Let me pull the precept to show you that we'll have the animals are going to be put back in order, but we're going to have that dominion over them, man. This is Isaiah 11 and verse 6. This is a well-known scripture, but as you see the visuals now, try to tie it in. This is Isaiah 11 and verse 6. Let me jump up. This is verse 4. Let's start at 4. This is Isaiah 11 and verse 4. And it says, but the righteous shall he judge. It says, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, which is the prophets, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. All right. And righteousness shall be the gird of his loins, because Yahweh Shai is going to establish this, because he is Adam. Okay, he's the Adam coming back. This is the second Adam. It says, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf, this is when Yahweh Shai sets up rulership on the planet Earth. This is what's going to take place. The wolf also shall lie down with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion, the fatling together. There's going to be a new thing on the earth, man. The Lord is going to make it. This earth is not going to look the same, man. All right. Things are going to take place on the earth to come that don't take place here. It says, in a little child. What child is that? An Israelite child. Our children, our little babies, man, are going to control the animals. So how much more the adults? If a little child is leading them, what do you think the adults are going to be able to do? Because the animals, just like animals you see here, they show love and care, okay, for their owner, the ex-owner. So how much more you think they're going to take care of our children and us, man? These are the blessings that is coming, man. It says in a calf and a lion shall and a fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. So we're not just going to lead one animal. It's going to be multiple animals of different species that we're going to have control over, because it's telling you what our children are going to do. And a cow and a bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Now check this part out. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in my holy mountain. So this is the key right here. My holy mountain. Whose holy mountain is that? What holy mountain is that? That's the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the word mountain goes into the word rulership, government, and the governmental body. Because who's going to be delivered first? Is the 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel, of Yasher Allah. Those are going to be the mountain, the peak, okay, the summit of Israel is going to be the 144,000 and the 1/3, man. Okay, that's going to be the rulership body, which is going to transcend unto Israel, because it said that they're not going to harm our children. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. The word there for mountain is hara, if I'm not mistaken. Let's let it load up. The word there is hara. All right, and it says what? Hill, mountain, hill, count, country, mount. But it's going into that leadership, the top. Oh man, I just clicked out of it. Salaki. This is Isaiah 11. And we'll jump back to the point. So this is what we got forward to look. This is what we got to look forward to, man. Blessings like this. That's why these churches, they can't go into this. They can't break this down and tell you why this is gonna happen. They don't have the oil, man. This is Isaiah 11:9. It says, "They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain." That means every Israelite, okay, through the 144,000 and 1/3. "For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea." And there's more water on the planet Earth than there is land mass. So the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to be it's going to be on a high level. Okay, the earth is going to be full of the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahshai through who? Through the Israelites. That's why it says in Isaiah, "Let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and he will teach us of his ways." That goes right into the same holy mountain. All right, that's what you see taking place, or what's coming. And it says, "Destroy in my holy mountain and all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. And then in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek," with the Israelite foreigners, "and its rest shall be glorious." So this is what we have to look forward to. Our rest is going to be glorious. And our rest has to do with what? Having dominion over the animals of the planet Earth. So let's jump into the next video. This next video is going to go into that animals came and mourned for a guy. Okay, they call him the elephant whisperer. And this video is beautiful because it's 444, which shows what? Mercy. Okay, but it says these elephants, they came and they mourned for a man. I'm gonna start by right here. This guy right here. You see this dude? He looked like a little Irishman. I ain't gonna knock him. A lot of these confusion of face, they be doing these type of things, man. You know, and Esau would take the credit for it, like, you know, his nation is some kind of benevolent. No, man. Some of these guys are Israelites that just look like Edomites or look like the other nations. Okay, so they called him the elephant whisperer. So this is where he passed away. They said his wife is heartbroken. Here's another picture of him. His name is Lawrence Anthony. He died of a heart attack, right? So let's play this video. All right, so he passed away from a heart attack, right? So the whole story of Mr. Lawrence is he adopted some elephants that were getting ready to be put to death. All right, and the elephants kept breaking out. He told the elephants, "They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you." And then the elephants pretty much adopted them into the tribe, and they pretty much befriended him and stayed in the reserve. Okay, he owned like a zoo, and they put the animals in the zoo, but the animals started trusting them, and the animals went into the part of the reserve where there was not anybody dwelling at. They haven't seen these elephants for years, or a few years, or at least a year. And the elephants went, and then they came back like they knew this guy was gone. So let's go ahead and play it. It says, "But a miracle happened. Suddenly, the herd of elephants showed up at the house of Anthony and his wife. Anthony and his wife lived in, because the animals are in tune to the spirit world. That's why they can see, like dogs can, you know, they say that dogs can be sensitive to ghosts and different things like that, which are just spirits. All right, and it says what? The elephants hadn't visited the house for years. So they came all of a sudden, right? And look what they did. They must have traveled for hours to get there, since they were last seen on the other side of the reserve. Okay, so they traveled to this house. The majestic animals stood around the house for 2 days in an apparent wake, a mourning, grieving the man who rescued them and gave them a safe home, before disappearing back into the brush. So when I say in tune, this is the word for tune. Okay, this is the etymology for the word tune. When I say in tune, the word tune means musical sound, unexplained variant of tone, late 14th century well-rounded succession of musical notes, but that's not the one we want. We want this one right here. The word tune, bring into state of proper pitch. So we're in line with the animals because that was the blessing that was given unto Adam. It says from tone, non-musical meaning, to adjust an organ or receiver, to put into a state of proper, salakia, to put into a state proper for some purpose. That's what it is. We're going to put us being in tune with the animals is the proper purpose of our rulership, man. We have a lot of things that we didn't realize we had, man. Okay, as being the Adamites. Now we're being redeemed and being brought back to the Heavenly Father through Yahweh's sacrifice. So now we can go back to the time of the garden, man. This is what Yahweh did. He brought us back to the garden. Because when we were kicked out of the garden, the Lord said he sent the angel with a fiery sword that would go to and fro. So now when Yahweh brought us back with his sacrifice, he didn't just redeem us. He brought us back to the state of the Adamites, which we were what? Gods. That's why it says what? The Nephilim. I think it's Neparium, if I'm not mistaken. I had to look it up. But the Nephilim, that is what you see. And they called us gods, the sons of gods, the giants. So that's what we're going to be brought back to, but we're going to be perfect. We're going to be perfected. We're not going to go off anymore. We're not going to have to worry about losing our stead. That's why the Lord is going to restore all of our blessings, not just Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. He's going to restore us back to the time of Adam, man, where we had dominion. So let's get that precept. Now we got to put the precept on it. You got to put the precept. If it don't match with the precept, you got to wonder about it. This is Genesis 1 and verse 26. This is Genesis 1 and verse 26. Genesis 1 and verse 26. And it says, and Yahweh, it says, and the power said, and the Elohim said, let us make man in our image. Okay. After our likeness of the gods, and let them have dominion. What does dominion mean? Rulership. So this was the original blessings. Now we're going back to the way back. We're going to blow the dust off this blessing. Blow the dust off this. We're going to have, these are the things we ain't just going to get Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. We're going to get what does it say? But wait, there's more. The Father's going to show out, man. All right. We only think about Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. We got to consider the blessings of Adam, man, of the Adamites. And it says, let us, let's see here. Dominion is Radah. Let me see what the rest of the word is here. Radawa, if I'm pronouncing that right. And it says what? To rule, have dominion, dominate, tread down, have dominion, rule, subjugate, to cause dominate, to scrape out. So we're going to dominate the animals, rule over the animals. We're not just going to have they can just chill around us. We're going to have full, just like animals follow alphas, we're going to be the alpha of the creation. They're going to follow us, just like we're going to be the alpha to every single animal, man. That's beautiful. We're going to have territorial reign. They're going to know that, man. And they're going to bow to us, man, respectfully. And it says, and he said, now let's read it with understanding. And Yahweh said, and the power said, the Elohim said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion, the dominating, the rule over the fish. So we're going to have control, just like Aquaman. Where you think Esau gets the idea for Aquaman? It's from the scriptures right here. Let them have dominion over the fish. That means they rule over, we're going to rule over whales. You want a humpback whale? to come and chill out. You want a blue, the biggest whale, I think it's a blue, man, I forget the name of it, but it's a huge whale. You can pull that up if you want, man. Our children are going to be able to call schools of fish to them. How do you think Yahweh Shai was able to tell the disciples to go over the boat when he told them to put your net back over the boat and cast it in one more time? Because Yahweh Shai controlled the fishes to go to the net. That show you he was Adam, man. He had control over the what? The seas, the winds, the creatures. He showed us the power he had over the fishes, man, because he was able to tell the fishes to jump into the net by the boatload. You got to put yourself there, man. Yahweh Shai had dominion over the fishes, man. He had dominion over the elements to multiply an element from an element. That's power, man. To be able to take an element and multiply it from itself. That's where Esau gets duplication, where somebody has the power to duplicate themselves. And it says, let them, who's them, the Adamites, have dominion, rulership over the fish of the sea and over the fowls of the air. That's why we're going to be able to call hawks. You're going to be able to call falcons. You're going to be able to call sparrows. If you want to walk through with a what does it say? A peregrine falcon on your wrist. You can do that. And nobody's going to even fret. That's you. You can do that. It says, and over the cattle and over all the earth and over all the earth and over every creeping thing that goes into the serpents, the lizards, the salamanders, all these things we are going to control. We're not just gonna tell them to do things. We're gonna be their alpha. Animals respect that alpha, man, in their own perspective creature world, but they're gonna respect us as the alpha. Even Yahweh Shai said it, I am the alpha. Hey. Yahweh Shai is the alpha, man. He is the original alpha male. He said it, I am the alpha and the omega. I'm the beginning and the end, man. He's the boss of all bosses, the king of all kings. And it says, and over all the earth and over every creeping thing upon the earth. So these are our blessings that are coming back to us because Yahweh Shai had this, which proves that he was Adam, man. Because we don't know the things that he did that wasn't written down. And we also remember Elijah. Elijah had power over the she-bears. He could call she-bears out, man. Hold on, man. let me pull this up. This is one of my favorite. This is where they get the movie Shrek from. This is where they get the movie Shrek from, to show you that they plagiarized everything in the Bible. Everything. This is Numbers 22 and verse 21. And it reads, and Balaam rose in the morning and saddled his ass, his creature, and went with the prince of Moab. And Yahweh's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, because the word let's go into that. And it says, and now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel. So the animals can see the spirit world. That's the power the Lord gave unto the animals, man. They can see the spirit world when you can't. That's how, what you think gonna happen. What you think when the Lord pulls back the veil and every eye shall see, and every eye shall see the coming of the Lord, because he's gonna unveil everybody's eyes. Just like he's able to open up the eyes of the animals to see the spirit world, he's going to open up men's eyes. That's why Elisha told the Lord to open up the young man's eyes so he can see the chariots. So it's easy for the Lord to open your eyes, just like he opened our eyes to what's going on in the world, that who we are. He closed the eyes, but he also opened them. It says, but the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyard, a wall being on the side and the wall on the other side. Let me jump back to I'm gonna jump to the point for the sake of time. Here we go. This is Numbers 22 and 28. So don't think the Lord ain't. Look at the Lord's power, man. This is Numbers 22 and verse 28. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass. So the Lord has the ability to make animals speak, and you able to speak to them. And the Lord, it says, and the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, the ass said it, what have I done unto thee? So the ass was like, what I do to you, man? See, these are the things your pastor can't break down. Your pork chop, eating the pork chop, pastor rib tips. That's an ancient where we used to call them, man. I said ancient, but that's an old diss we used to, pastor rib tips, man. He can't answer this. Bring Numbers 22 and 28 to your pastor. And if you want to mess up his whole day, man. Hey, Shalom, Akim on the comment board, Shalom. If you want to mess your pastor's day up, ask him to break you down Numbers 22 and 28 on down. Tell him to break that down for you and watch him skirm a little bit. He'll tell you everything under the sun but what it is. It says, and the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, so he was able to speak back to the ass, because thou hast mocked me, and would there were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee. And the ass said unto Balaam, am I not thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever want to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. And the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. So that's what the power of the Lord is. He can open up the animals unto us, man. So this is the power that's going to be blessed unto us, because we're going to have what? Full reign over creation. Full reign. That means there's no safety, man. We're going to be perfected, and we're going to be able to do things that men we can't fathom right now, man. That's why it's only the Spirit that gives us the opportunity to go through these precepts, man. A normal man can't fathom talking to the animals, man. That'd be crazy. But this is what's gonna happen to us, man. And then I'm ready, man. Hey, this life or the next, we ready, man. It's better than living in the state where we're at right now, man. This is Proverbs 12 and verse 10. Listen close. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercy of the wicked are cruel. So if we are righteous, we're gonna take in consideration the animals. We're not gonna treat them like Esau treats them. We're not gonna put them in pens and kill chickens with their beaks cut off, and cruelness, man. Absolute cruelness. That's what's going on the planet Earth, is cruelness, man. Even to the animals. They're crying out to the Heavenly Father, man. It's not just us crying out. The animals themselves are crying out for this man. The trees are crying out. The earth itself is snitching on Esau, man. How you gonna be snitched on by the earth, man? You so wicked, the earth is telling on you, man. The earth is like, man, he's doing this. I seen him. He got it in. He got it in the storage over there. The earth is snitching on this man. He's wicked. This is Romans 9 and verse 19, 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. So creation is waiting on us. Everything is paused for us. It can't continue without us. So everything is waiting for the earnest manifestation, which is coming to pass, which is being what? Let's look up the word manifestation. Understand how important you are, Jake. You're not something just to be, hey, yeah, I'm an Israelite. No, you should consider every day you know that you're an Israelite with vigor, man. Don't ever let a day goes down and you of course you're gonna be down, but let that boost you up. You're a son of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. You're God on the planet Earth. Creation is mirrored you, man. The word there for manifestation is laying bare, making naked, the disclosure of the truth. So the earnest expectation. Hey, I'm gonna pull that right next. The brother Yahweh, I'm gonna pull that precept. This says laying bare, making naked, a disclosure of the truth. So that's what the creation is waiting for, the disclosure of the truth, and we're seeing it right now. So what does the word disclosure mean? We'll show you the we in these times right now. This ain't no tricks. Look. Let's look up what the word disclosure means. It says what? To action of making new or secret information known. Tell me this ain't the disclosure time. An action of making new or secret information known. So now let's read it with understanding. It says what? For the earnest expectation of the creatures waited for the manifestation of the secret, or what? The action of making new or secret information known. The action waited, the expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the secret or new information known of the sons of Yahweh, which you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's what the creation is waiting for, us. It says, for the creature was made subject unto vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjugated the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. So this is what we getting ready to come. We're going to be the sons of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. We're not going to be just normal everyday Joes, man. This is the precept the brother just posted. This is Romans 1 and verse 11 through 12. For I long to see you, that I might impart unto you some spiritual gift to the end you may be established, that is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith, both you and me. So these gifts that we getting ready to be imparted with are our destiny. Our destiny is spiritual power. Our destiny is rulership. You don't have a choice, Jake. You don't have a choice, Jake. Your destiny is to rule. Your destiny is to be a king on the planet Earth, man. That's why the Lord don't care. He got to kill some and put some back in order. But our destiny is to rule, man. Our destiny is to have dominion over the creatures. That's what the Lord created us to be. When he formed Adam, and he formed Yahushua and made him Adam, and said that what? He has dominion, that the Father doesn't renege, man. He only takes away to what? To make the point even more hammered home. That's what's taking place right now. The Father has made us go off to solidify his promise even more, man. Because now with Yahushua's sacrifice, we never can be pushed away. This is Psalms 119 and verse 140 to verse 142. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servants loveth it. That's what we come into. That's why it says the sheep knoweth my voice and they follow me. There's no other voice on the planet Earth that can tell us these things and give us rest. That's why Jake is trying to find rest in every other lily, just like Adam and Eve was. They were trying to sew together fig leaves and hide among the trees. You can't hide yourself, who you are. Who we are is the sons of God, man. And it says, servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. That's what the law is the truth. The law is what brought us back to being who we are, man. Through the law, we have high pH, we have a functioning mind, we have a functioning household, okay? We have a functioning government. The law is life, man. Everything else, we died, man. The Lord let us taste of the left-hand side, man. It was nothing but death, gator bait, slavery, cotton fields, rape, buck breaking, transgender, death. That's what we left the light for. We see it in Babylon. Nothing but death, man. Everything that this world breeds, if you follow it, the end of it is death. Hollywood. Look at the Hollywood. Go get you a contract. Go get a multi-million-dollar contract. Watch what happens to you at the end of your days, man. You're gonna be broken up, man. Look terrible. If not robbed and spoiled by some let me not get into that. But don't follow the world, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. And I want to say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. We give double honors to the apostle elders, which apostle elders is a great millstone, which feeds us with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's fighting, that's pushing, and Lord willing, this is edifying lesson. And like it says, man, we got great blessings coming. We're gonna rule over the creatures of the earth, man. You know, it's not just ruling over the Edomites and calling Esau the devil, man. All right, our blessing is gonna take what is it? It's gonna take this world by storm, man. All right, so keep faith in that, man. Yahweh Shem Yahshua is gonna come through for us in a major way, man. So with that, I want to say again, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar and we say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar. Till next time, keep faith, keep fighting. We almost home. Shalom.